A's Extra.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show ahead of Game 8, Chatham at Hyannis. It's time for the Manager's Show with Chatham skipper Dennis Cook. I'm Jake Klein. Dennis, before we get into the baseball here on Cape Cod, I want to ask you, with the College World Series final ongoing as we speak, what are your memories of Omaha?
One of the best times ever, getting to play in Omaha for the national championship. I was there in 1984, 1985. We got beat in the finals both years there when I was at the University of Texas.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate is exactly right.
When you think back to those memories, what stands out?
Just teammates, guys that I played with, relationships that we built there at the University of Texas. As those are probably the best 2 years of baseball in my life, being able to play at Texas. And, we had a really good team, and just the guys. It's what I remember most.
A couple of players in Omaha now who will find their ways to Cape Cod in the coming weeks. When you look at the roster construction, so many moving parts for all Cape League coaches, what's been the hardest part? Just
trying to figure out, to be fair to the kids that you've signed, and try to get the kids in here, guys that you're going to ship out, make sure they're getting at bats, just trying to be fair to everybody is the hardest part. But yet, you're trying to be fair to everybody, but you also want to try to get the best players on the field just simply because that's your job. So
those have to be some tough conversations.
You know what? Our kids are pretty good. I thought there was going to be a lot harder than they've made it for me. But that's just a tribute to the kids. They're just great kids. And, so far we hadn't had any problems.
You're back out there throwing batting practice again today. When you throw BP, do you look for specific things in hitters that you've seen in games?
100%. I feel like I can see a lot more stuff when I'm up there if a guy's pulling off. Just if they're swinging up and not trying to hit line drives, just little things that I look for and try to pick up and relay on to the kids.
I saw Brett Doe, one of your assistants today, was filming BP for each hitter. What's that all about?
I don't know. We'll probably talk about it on the way home.
Chatting with Dennis Cook ahead of Chatham at Hyannis. Dennis, when you think back to last night's loss against Bourne, what stands out?
No offense. It's hard to win a game when you only score one run. On paper, we have to have one of the better offensive lineups in the Cape, and our guys just hadn't found their rhythm yet. And hopefully today's the day. I just keep waiting for them to break out and put a 10 spot up and get us on a roll here.
What do you think will be the key to getting that breakout?
A 10 spot. Being able to score some runs, getting a few balls to fall for us. But yesterday we didn't even hit the ball hard. We didn't have any balls really struck well that were even out. So we got to figure out. And you know what? Listen, we could tell them everything we want to tell them, but at the end of the day, they're their own best hitting coaches. They got to figure it out. We can't go do it for them. They got to figure it out.
Is there anything you, Jay Powell, as pitchers can help the hitters with?
Nope. We can, yeah, but at the end of the day, they got to figure it out. We give them suggestions. We tell them what we see, but we can't go up and hit for them. So they got to get comfortable in the box and figure out how to get the barrel to the ball and go from there.
Tonight you move Ethan Mendoza out of the leadoff spot for the first time. He's hitting sixth. What went into that decision?
Just trying to shake it up a little bit. Just trying to shake the lineup a little bit and see if we can't get something going.
Also a new face in the lineup, Chase Fralick. What have you heard? What have you seen from him?
Good hitter, good athlete. Can catch, can play first, can play third, can play corner outfield, and can really hit.
What does versatility like that bring to a team?
Well, it just makes it easier for me. That way I can get him in the lineup every day and move him around and rest guys that need rest. So the versatility is real helpful for any manager.
You turned to Ryan Borberg tonight. What did you see from him in start number one?
I think he was a little rusty. He hadn't pitched in a month. I think he's going to be a lot better tonight.
That's Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show. Chatham and Hyannis coming right up. Dennis, thanks for the time.
Thank you.